very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, it's Darnold. And his first pass is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Darnold from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it up, just as we saw there.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 13-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Off of play action, Darnold. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some...
He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
14.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Packers 14, Vikings 3.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Vikings. And big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Throwing on second down. Darnold going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Packers.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Darnold's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Packers 21, Vikings 10.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. This time Wilson will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he'd stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. To throw on third down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Carlton Davis picks it. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Jason Sanders for the extra.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now it's Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. This one across the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run here with Balaj. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
He was brought down by...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46-yard line.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, this is the tight end fan. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
The Packers, 28 yards.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now.
They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Wilson going to keep it on the option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, he's got his big tight end, Fant. He's at the 30, 10, and oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Packers 28. Vikings 20.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
45-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Wilson on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And they give this time to the tailback. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Looking downfield, and it's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Darnold on first down. Short throw to Disley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
To Will Disley.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Faking the give, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Then he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Darnold from the red zone now. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd and goal. Darnold escaping the pressure. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him. And the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
11 more on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Number 81.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 26. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On third down, Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it. Wilson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. So they... really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And now it's third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth.
His pass is intercepted for the third time today. Picked up by John Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Number 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
To number 24.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Packers 52, Vikings 26.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 9.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,